Have you ever really looked at the salt you use every day? We sprinkle it on our food without a second thought. But this humble crystal was once one of the most valuable substances on Earth. For most of human history, salt wasn't just a seasoning. It was money, it was power, and it was the foundation of entire civilizations. Think about it, every animal, including us, needs sodium to live. Long before farming, ancient humans followed animal herds to natural salt licks. Eventually, they started collecting salt for themselves from evaporated seawater. In fact, some of the earliest human settlements weren't built round fertile land, but round reliable salt sources. It was that important as societies grew. Salt became one of the world's very first global commodities. The Egyptians used it to preserve food for long journeys out. Famously, to mummify their pharaohs. In ancient China, records of salt production predate the pyramids. Across Africa, huge slabs of salt were traded ounce for ounce, just like gold. In Europe, entire cities, like Salzburg in Austria, which literally means salt city, built their fortunes on mining it. Even the word salary comes from the Latin word for salt, sal, because Roman soldiers were given an allowance to buy this precious mineral. To control salt was to control everything. But the salt that built empires is a world away from the fine, white powder in most shakers today. Modern table salt is heavily refined, stripped of its natural minerals, and often treated with anti-caking agents. It's designed to be uniform and flow perfectly. But there's another type of salt you've probably seen, one that holds a closer connection to its ancient past. Kosher salt. Interestingly, kosher salt didn't start as a seasoning for the dinner table. Its original purpose was as a tool. In Jewish dietary law, the process of making meat kosher involves drawing out the blood, and for that, you need a specific kind of salt. The crystals had to be large, coarse, and irregular, able to cling to the surface of the meat without dissolving too quickly. The salt needed to be pure and effective, nothing more. But then, chefs and home cooks started noticing something. Those same qualities that made it perfect for koshering meat also made it perfect for cooking. The large, flaky crystals were easy to pinch and control, giving you a much better feel for how much you were using. It dissolved more slowly, seasoning food more gently and evenly. And its flavor was clean and pure, without the slightly metallic taste that additives can give to table salt. So, chefs began to favor it, and soon home cooks followed. Today, kosher salt is a staple in kitchens all over the world, not because of religious tradition, but because of its texture and its feel. It's a salt that feels like it was designed for human hands, not for a factory production line. When you look at the grand history of salt, the ancient trade routes, the salt-fueled empires, the wars fought over it, the story of kosher salt is a fairly recent chapter, but it connects us back to something fundamental. It reminds us that an ingredient can be incredibly simple, yet profoundly important. It shows us that the very shape of a crystal can change how we experience our food. So next time you reach for that box of kosher salt, take a moment to appreciate it. Those flaky crystals are more than just a seasoning. They are a link to a time when salt was as precious as gold, a tool that has been shaping our food and our history for thousands of years. It's a small taste of the substance that helped build the modern world. Thanks for watching.